Hi everyone, I wanted to address the subject of diet when it comes to children with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders and trauma history. We realized a couple of years into parenting our first child with these issues that he needed some major gut healing due to the early neglect and the fetal alcohol. His gut was just, his whole digestive system was not working to the best of its abilities. So what we did, and I will admit we went a little extreme with our first of 6 children that we've adopted with these disorders. We eliminated gluten, dairy, eggs, soy, then we finally went to soy. Basically an entire elimination diet. Gave them maybe a year to heal their gut. Oh, and especially food dyes. Eliminate food dyes. We gave them a good solid year to heal their gut and then slowly introduce things back in. At that point, you can kind of see if they're sensitive to something or not, and from there make sure that that's out of their diet. Find a lot of these kids have dairy sensitivities or lactate sensitivities. Gluten, if they have a gluten sensitivity, and I remember I had a friend who told me this and I didn't believe her. If they have a gluten sensitivity, they will have behavior issues. They're linked together. Now, these sensitivities will not show up on skin prick tests or blood work, dietary tests. They won't show up. Because it's a sensitivity, it's not an actual allergy. So we did the elimination diet, slowly brought things back in. As we went on to our 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th adopted child with these disorders, we kind of knew from there how to figure out what they were sensitive to and eliminate that from their diet. Sugar, a lot of these kids are very sensitive to sugar, and that reminds me, sugar and dairy and carbs, they can create an addiction to, because these children they were predisposed to addiction in utero, and basically for the rest of their life, they will always have to watch for things that they could be addicted to. And I'm not talking just food. I mean, it could be video games or drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, really anything that anybody can get addicted to. These children have more of a chance to become addicted to it. So, carbs, sugar, dairy, those things can become an addiction. So we really limit sugar, we limit food dyes. I mean, not completely. You don't want to limit it completely. We learned the hard way. They will find a way to get it. They will go to school. They will get it from their friends at lunch. They will find a way. So you can't be completely limited. I know some people who have gone to a full bone broth diet, like that's it. We've never gone quite that extreme, only because we realized that they'll just go get what they want on their own. They'll go to camp and say, oh, they forgot to feed me breakfast, and then they'll get food. So you really need to make sure that everyone everywhere is on board with these dietary limitations. And school was a hard place for us to get them on board because it wasn't a listed allergy on their medical form. So for us to say we don't want our child to have gluten, they couldn't just say okay because it wasn't on the form. So we had to have our doctor say we don't feed them gluten. I think that's it. If you have any more questions, put it in the comments, but hopefully this helps answer your questions. Thanks.